So, good morning, friends. Today we are going to see the next experiment of the analytical. Experiment number third is there. Water analysis. We have to estimate the COD, that is nothing but the chemical oxygen demand of the water. We have to determine, aim of this experiment is to determine the chemical oxygen demand of the given water sample. You have provided the water sample, and for that you have to determine the COD. Then we will talk about the theory. Any organic substance, whatever the present in the water, which can be oxidized by K2Cr2O7 in the acidic medium. K2Cr2O7 is nothing but the potassium dichromate. To ensure, and in the last year in the SY we have seen the reaction by using the K2Cr2O7 in the acidic medium. Means the potassium dichromate is used as an oxidizing agent. To ensure the complete oxidation of the material, the sample is heated in presence of the silver sulfate Ag2SO4 as a catalyst. To remove the chloride, in the water chloride will be there, and we have to remove that chloride interference. We are using the AgSO4. This is the AgSO4 is there. The excess of K2Cr2O7 is titrated back against the standard ferrous alum solution. Ferrous alum solution is nothing but ferrous ammonium sulfate. The amount of the oxidizable organic matter is measured as oxygen equivalent, which is proportional to the K2Cr2O7 consumed. Hence, K2Cr2O7 method is useful for determining the chemical oxygen demand value near about the 50 milligram per dm cube or more. Now, what are the requirements? First of all, we have to prepare the 0.25 molar ferrous ammonium sulfate. It is called as a ferrous alum solution. Then the distilled water. Then the concentrated H2SO4 should be there. 20% AgCl2 solution. 0.25% K2Cr2O7 solution. 1% Ag2SO4 solution. Water sample. 2% ferroin indicator. 250 cm cube standard measuring flask. Burette 25 cm cube pipette, 250 cm cube round bottom flask, porcelain pieces, water bath, 150 cm cube of the conical flask, etc. These are the required thing for this particular experiment. Here in the requirement, AgCl2 is written. Instead of AgCl2, you have to write the AgSO4. Make the correction in that. You have to write the AgSO4 there. Please write the AgSO4 over here. Then it will be the correct. Make the correction in the while writing in the journal or say on the paper. Then we will come to the procedure. First of all, we will prepare the 0.25 molar ferrous ammonium sulfate solution in the 250 cm cube of the standard measuring glass. Take the 5 cm cube of the 20% AgSO4 solution in the 250 cm cube of the RB. RB is nothing but a round bottom flask. Add the few porcelain pieces and slowly 5 cm cube concentrated H2SO4 we will add to it. Then cool this particular solution to room temperature. Then into that solution we will add the 10 cm cube of 0.25 molar K2Cr2O7 solution and 5 cm cube of the 1% Ag2SO4 solution. We will shake it. Then we will add 20 cm cube of the distilled water to it, and we will keep it on the that particular water bath for the refluxing for 90 minutes. Then we will take the another 250 cm cube of the RB, and we will add the few porcelain pieces into that particular RB. Then we will add 5 cm cube of the 5 cm cube of the 20% AgSO4 solution, 5 cm cube of the concentrated H2SO4 solution, 10 cm cube of the 0.25 molar K2Cr2O7 solution, same above solution, whatever what was present in the set 1. Here we will add the sample water solution or say supplied water sample 20 cm cube, and we will keep it for the refluxing on the water bath for the 90 minutes. After heating is over, we will cool the flask to room temperature under the running tap water. Wash each condenser with the 80 cm cube of distilled water. After the 90 minutes, we have to add the 80 cm cube of the water to this condenser. Okay, and we will come to the RB. Then transfer the solution to the two separate numbered standard measuring flasks. Dilute each of them to the 250 cm cube with the distilled water and shake each flask well. Then we have to pipette out 25 cm cube of the diluted solution from the first flask. In the conical flask, we have to add the 3 to 4 drops of this particular ferroin indicator. In the theory, we have seen the ferroin indicator. This is the application of the ferroin indicator that we are going to see. Shake the flask well and titrate it against a 0.25 molar ferrous alum solution from the burette. End point will be green to red in color. Pipette out the 25 cm cube of this particular diluted solution from the second flask. Same procedure we have to do, and we have to titrate it against a 0.25 molar ferrous alum solution. End point will be the green to red color. Very simple experiment it is again. In that we have to take the water sample, and for that water sample we have to calculate, we have to study the COD, that is a chemical oxygen demand. How we are going to determine this chemical oxygen demand? By using the potassium dichromate, because potassium dichromate is a oxidizing agent which will give the oxygen. See, in the reaction you can see how the oxygen is coming. When K2Cl2O7 reacts with the H2SO4, it will give you the potassium sulfate K2SO4 along with chromium sulfate, that is a Cl2SO4 twice, plus 4H2O plus 3 nascent oxygen that I said. What will be there? We are going to find out the chemical oxygen demand. That oxygen is coming from the K2Cl2O7. Then whatever the nascent oxygen is there, that will react with the ferrous alum solution, that is a FeSO4, NH4 twice SO4. It is called as a ferrous alum solution, ferrous ammonium sulfate. Then this ferrous ammonium sulfate in presence of the sulfuric acid react with this nascent oxygen, and it will convert into the ferrous to ferric. It will goes here. In the FeSO4 plus 2 oxidation state is there, whereas in the product you can see AP is having the plus 3 oxidation state. Then observation we have to write for the set 1. So remember, this is a blank titration. First set 1 is a blank titration and a set 2 is a back titration. That you have to remember. Getting that point? Blank and a back titration that we have seen in case of the ADTA. Then observation, solution in the burette you have to write, solution in the conical flask, solution in the burette, that is a 0.25 molar, that is a ferrous alum solution. Then solution in the conical flask will be the 25 cm of the diluted solution along with the 3-4 grams of the 2% ferroin indicator. Then indicator will be the ferroin indicator, end point will be the green to the red in color. Observation table, readings, final initial difference, burette readings in cm cube, first, second and the third. Then the CBR or say MBR what coming, that you have to write, or say ABR, accurate burette reading, sometime that word can be used. 3 readings you will get, and you have to take the constant burette reading, that is a AR, it is found to be 1.7 cm cube. Write the readings with the help of the pencil. Then set 2, we have to find take the solution in the burette, that is a 0.25 molar ferrous alum solution. Then solution in the conical flask, 25 cm cube diluted solution from the set 2. Then 3-4 drops of the ferroin indicator. end point will be the green to red in color. Observation table is same as earlier. You have to note the burette reading. Then calculation is very much important. What is there? See, 50 cm cube of the K2Cr2O7 solution. We have prepared out the, see there what is written there. You can see that. Okay, 50 cm cube of the K2Cr2 solution, that is a blank titration reading required 1.7 cm cube of the 0.25 molar ferrous alum solution. Same way 50 cm cube of this K2Cr2 solution back titration required 1.5 cm cube of 0.25 molar ferrous alum solution. Means you can take now this reading blank titration and a back titration. Here 25 you have to write. We have taken the 25 make the correction again there. 25 you have to write. Therefore, amount of the K2Cr2O7 solution consumed by the water sample, that is x minus y, is equal to 1.7 minus 1.5 is equal to 0.2 cm cube of 0.25 molar ferrous alum solution. Therefore, COD, chemical oxygen demand in milligram per dm cube, will be the Z. Z is nothing but that difference into 0.25 molar into 8000 divided by volume of the sample. Okay, volume of the sample means water, whatever you are taken. That is a 20 cm cube was there, and that's why 20 will be there. You can substitute. Z is 0.2, concentration 0.25 into 8000 divided by 20. It will become the 20 milligram per dm cube. Means given water sample has a COD, that is a 20 milligram per dm cube. Calculation of the percentage error. Percentage error you can calculate. Xi is observed reading, xt is the true value which will be provided by the examiner or say teacher. Then percentage error you can calculate. You have to note the percentage error in the result part. Formula, you have to remember that COD formula. COD is calculated in milligram dm cube, which is equal to Z. Z is nothing but the difference between the back titration and the blank titration. Okay, we will go to take the difference between the blank and the back titration. Then that difference we will take and we will multiply to that difference by the 0.25, that is the concentration of the ferrous alum solution, into the 8000 divided by the volume of the sample, water sample, that is a 20. We will divide by that 20 and we will get the COD. That COD will be the 20 milligram per dm cube. It is very simple experiment that we can go through this experiment. We have to just prepare, just the time consuming is there. Why time consuming is there? Because 90-minute reflux is there. Now the question will come in your mind is that how we can reflux that, right? Yeah, we can reflux these things easily. We will take simultaneously two RB. Okay, then we will take the two condenser, two water bath will be there, two burner will be there. That water bath will be on the tripod stand and we will keep RB in that. Okay, then two different water bath will be there. They have the two different round bottom glass for the set 1 and the set 2. Then we will you take the two condenser and we will join collectively this both the that particularly your RB. Okay, please go through this experiment well, which is very simple experiment. COD, you have studied in the botany as well. COD and the BOD. BOD is nothing but a biological oxygen demand. COD is the chemical oxygen demand. Chemical oxygen demand means in the water there should be the oxygen. Some extent of the oxygen is present in the water, but after that it when you go down to the water, then its value become decreases. That you have to remember. In the water oxygen is present, but in the bottom of the that reservoir it becomes the low in concentration. Okay, so that whenever you are seeing that swimmer are using the oxygen while swimming in the particular or say detecting anything from the reservoir, Please go through this reaction well. Reactions are also simple. K2Cr2O7 plus 4H2SO4. That reaction, you have to write. 2 marks will be there in the exam for this reaction. Reaction is very much important. You have to note this reaction well. Okay. Set to set one to observation. While in the exam, what you have to do? First of all, you have to pick the paper. After picking the paper, you will get which aim is there. See that through whatever the procedure given in this on the slip, you have to follow that procedure and prepare accordingly. Write that. You have to write the aim, then the aim reaction. Okay, sometime requirement you can write, then the observation table, calculation, and the finally the result. Theory and all this thing procedure is not required in the exam. Okay, please go through this experiment. All experiments are simple one. 5 experiments are there. Out of that you have to perform the any one experiment in the exam. This is of the 50 marks experiment. Okay, means 40 for the experiment, 5 marks for the viva, and 5 marks for the journal. Please, if you have any doubt, any difficulty, you can freely ask this doubt or say difficulty to me. Okay, now session will be open for the discussion.